So, as some of you are aware, and some of you may now be guessing, we are not continuing the story this evening. We are going to do something different this evening, very different. Now, part of this is that you all realize we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary that we've been doing this game. And on the 1 year anniversary, we will actually be playing, or at least the day before. So, this is almost I don't know about a celebration, but a recognition that, hey, we've been at this for a year. Yeah, so this is not session 12. This is an interlude, okay? We're going to take care of some game business, and then we're going to do something I hope will be fun. First of all is the character sheet updates. Okay, so it is now time to cover a big retcon. I had mentioned before that there was a mini game I was working on for lab research and experiments, but I said it wasn't done yet. But it's done now. So, we are going to retcon. We've made 2 jumps, and I said that he would have been doing lab work during those jumps. I just didn't have the game worked out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and catch up on those 2 weeks. Okay? And we're going to do it today so that when we have the next session, we can just jump right into the action and don't have to do all of this. Okay? Now, as far as consistent narrative, I had already said that during the jump week 2, Vril had been introducing Baronix to the equipment that he brought from the bus, right? So all we're going to do is just expand that a little bit and say that they were using the new equipment as well as the lab equipment that was already there that survived the pirate attack anyway, to do various research and experiments. So, Baronix, hand me your character sheet. Everybody take note. He's got a new section on the back of his, research and experiments. There are 4 topics. I poured over the last few videos and got all the questions that you guys said that you wanted to ask him for the lab experiments. Those 4 subjects were brain water, the comm cuffs, whether you're human or not, and the memory wipe. Specifically, how many times have we been wiped? Okay. For each one of these topics, you have multiple questions. For instance, in the video, you said about brain water, you wanted to know what's in it, the ingredients, and you wanted to know what does it do to us, okay? For the other 3 topics, you only had 1 question. So, like comm cuffs was how to remote them. Now, hopefully everybody can see to this place here. See how brain water, this topic, has 2 questions, right? Comm cuffs only has 1, human or not only has 1, memory wipe only has 1. What I need for you guys to do is think of any more specific questions that you have for each one of these subjects, and whether or not there's other subjects that you would want to know more about, at least that you can do lab experiments for. So like brain water, you want to know the ingredients and you want to know what it does to you. Are there other questions that you would like the science officer to be trying to find an answer to?
How do we safely get off it?
Okay. Bardak, would you just jot that on there on C?
How about for memory wipe, can we recover our old memories?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, that is good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for human or not, do we have any other implants?
Yeah.
Now that one's a little iffy. I'm not sure that if he were to investigate that question, if it would tell him more about you being human or not.
You might be comparing internal organs, you might be comparing doing scans.
That's okay. You're right. You're right. Go ahead. You'll just have to make a C. Oh, you already wrote it. Okay. All right. In the interest of time, let's leave it there for now, because what I really want to do is just show you guys how this game works. I'm not done with that. So, here's what's going to happen. Somebody is going to say something like, so, Baronix, Science Officer Baronix, how is the research going? And then that will trigger our mini game. We're going to be doing it probably every session or at least every jump week, okay? So we're going to be playing this new mini game as often as we play the jump procedure mini game, okay? So, you guys can have him research 2 subjects during, we're now talking about the jump week we made from Kavma to Brindle. He could look into 2 subjects for that jump week. Which 2 subjects do you guys want to know about first?
Brain water and Comcast Pro.
That's what I think too.
Sure.
Everybody's agreed? Okay, so how many questions does brain water have under it?
3.
And how many questions does Comcuffs have under it?
2.
Okay. What you are going to do is you are going to roll 1 die
You're bait.
for each question. Okay? So you guys wanted to know about 2 subjects. That's a total of 5 questions. So he needs 5 dice. Somebody throw him another die. Now for science, you have a +1. So you get 1 more die. Somebody throw him another die. So everybody get that? He gets 1 die for each question, and then since he's got a science +1, he gets 1 more die. So here's what we're going. Oh yeah, that's 6. So we are about to find out what he found out during that jump week. Baronix, roll all 6 dice. Oh dear.
Alright,
All right, you
5.
grab the
Don't
one
forget
that
your
you.
other one.
Yeah, you can keep the 1. Yes. All right. So you got 2 5s, a 6, and a 3, and a 2 and a 1. All right. Now, it is his call as the science officer, but input is surely welcome. What you're going to do is you're going to assign one of those dies to each question. Okay, so you don't need the lowest one, so throw out the 1. Give it back to whomever. All right, so you've got a 6. Which question would you guys like to apply the 6 to? Now, time out. It should be making sense to you, but I have a chart that says when you get to this many points, I give you an answer. So you want to spend a lot of points on the questions that you really want to know, okay? So which question do you guys think the 6 should go on?
Probably either brain water A or B.
A or B? Ingredients and what does it do to us?
I would vote for B.
On brain water, what does it do to us?
Yeah, probably.
All right, then
Yeah,
let's do it. What you do is write a 6 over here next to the question, what does it do to us?
Alright.
All right, now you got 2 5s. Where do you guys want to assign the 5s?
I would say Comcuffs B and brain water A.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Alright. So,
Thank you.
Tell them what you got left.
I got a 3 and a 2 left. Maybe of the 3 we put on A. Comcast A.
And then the
2.
2 goes on C.
All right. Now, how many points did you spend on brain water?
13.
Okay, so write a 13 over here next to brain water. And then total up Comcuffs. How many points did you spend on Comcuffs? Research.
8.
Okay, well you guys assigned points well. I have 2 pieces of information for you, okay? So, during his week of brain water analysis, now remember, I'm giving you guys the first one really easy. You only needed to spend 7 points on the entire topic, okay? From here on out, they're going to be spaced out more. So like the next session, if we play this, you're going to be like, wait, and I'm going to say, no, he has no new information for you, okay? So you'll spend the points and eventually you'll get new hints. So, what he did discover about brain water, and normally I would hang out this to you, okay, dude? And then you can read it to him. But he found out that there are several ingredients that can't be identified yet. But it is certain that there is an antidepressant type of psychoactive and a neural stimulant. Okay, and then in Comcuffs, he also made a discovery just on his first week analyzing it. One of the wires going into the brain is sending signals to the brain. One of the wires is receiving signals from the brain, and one has electrical current going through it. Now let me tell you guys what I did. I wrote down every piece of information that I could think of. Everything. Every secret, every piece of knowledge, every revelation, and I have put it on this chart, and when you reach X number of points, you will be getting, I'm going to tell you everything over the next few sessions. Every question you could possibly have, and if you think of a new one, add it, okay? Every question you could possibly have that he could research in the lab, you guys will get. Hey, that's a lot of it. You guys want to know about the brain water, you want to know about yourselves. I mean, most of this stuff, I mean, basically all he can't do is tell you about what the rest of the galaxy is like and what Doulos is really up to and all that, you know? So it's that simple. You guys spend the points, you will get the answers. I will no longer be keeping them from you, okay? So that was the jump week from Kavma to Brindle. Now, you guys also made a jump week from Brindle to Smuggler's Notch. So you get to play the game again. You guys need to decide first, what two topics are you most interested in? Brainwater, Comcuffs, human or not, memory wipe.
Yeah, human or not, and the brain water.
Okay.
Everybody's in agreement about that? Okay, so how many questions is that?
Well, 5 plus his plus 1.
Okay. All right, so that's 6. Roll them and start assigning points.
Alright.
Throw out the lowest
2 6s and 3 3s.
I'd be fine using the 2 6s on Are We Human or Not, and then the 3 3s on Brainwater.
Yeah.
one. Okay, so that's, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So that's a total of 12, right?
Yep.
So, I already have an answer for you. In this scenario, Hera helped him with that by taking vitals on everybody, okay? And what Hera concluded is that you are all breathing, you all have pulses, etc., and she has taken some samples that Baronix is going to analyze. And that will be what his next round of lab work is going to be for Are We Human or Not. But, I mean, again, I tried to have a little tiny one as a gimme. And at the 7 level is that, yes, you're all breathing, you have pulses, you have blood pressure, you have 98.6 temperature. But yes, she's taken blood, tissue, hair, everything, given it to Baronix, and he's going to do some more research on it, okay? Now go ahead and assign those points for Brainwater, and let's see if you win the big bucks.
I'm gonna write the total here.
Oh, yeah. 12. So that's...
So, got a total, Eric?
Yeah, it's 22.
Oh, really? That's the grand total. Okay. The dosage, Baronix figured out that the dosage could probably be decreased by 10% every 10 days with no serious ill effects. But it's hard to be sure, in all caps, bold letters. Complete cessation would surely be fatal within 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
And with that, we have a new mini game. Okay, you guys are finally going to start getting answers. I mean, do you not already have little answers?
Yeah.
You guys will be getting some answers to some of your big questions, okay? And all of them, let me see, that one. No, not that one. Oh, yes, that one. Not that one, and not that one. Okay, 2 of them at the very top of the scale, and that might be 100 points, that might be 200 points. At the very top of the scale are big reveals that will change what you think about everything, okay?
Wait, is that on brain water?
I'm not going to say which two. I'm just going to say on 2 of the 4 subjects that you have so far, at the end of the scale, when you get enough points, there are things that just are going to rock your world. You're just going to jump out a window, okay? So, as a matter of fact, this is the size of the entry at the top of the scale. That's how much information is going to be revealed. But I'm trying to do it like real scientific exploration. The further you get, I'm going to start spacing them closer together because surely one discovery would lead to another. So, the ship's science officer now has a very important job.
Should Wesley take, or Brannick's take?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So you
Should be
did...
like 2.
Yeah, let's see. I'm going to have to come up with a good system for that because I feel like the experience should be proportional to the amount of discuss. Oh. Okay, maybe everybody can help me remember this. I would say he gets a mark for doing the research, and for every discovery he made, he gets another mark.
That sounds good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that means,
5 marks.
is it 5 marks?
Or
I'll take your
1,
word
2,
for it.
3. No, it's 4 marks. No, it'd be 6 marks. Because 4 discoveries and 2 rolls.
No,
Okay.
we did 3 rolls. Oh no, 2
No,
rolls.
2 rolls.
Okay. And yes, by the way, in case it needs to be explained, it's not the questions that matter, it's how many questions, right? Because you guys got a lot of points for rainwater because you have 3 questions about it. So imagine if you had 6 specific questions about rainwater. And I'll also tell you, my answers won't always necessarily correspond to your questions. But they should. I mean, I'm answering questions that hopefully you're asking. Whether you wrote them down or not, you may get them in a different order than you prefer, but what really matters is having as many questions as possible, but no shenaniganery, okay? You don't get to put, all right, question 1, how many ingredients does it have? Question 2, what is the first ingredient? Question 3, what is the second ingredient? No. You don't give stupid answers. And I promise to only give don't give me bad questions, and I promise to only give you good answers. Only things that matter. Again, not counting necessarily the first one. I just wanted you to see how it works. So again, you guys next time when you play this game, you may not get any answers at all. Because yes, the first step was at 7. I'll go ahead and tell you the next step is in the 30s on most of them. So it's going to take some dedication. It's going to take coming up with good questions to add to it. And again, any other topic you can think of, it can be added. So,